Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be showing you guys how I feed my anemones. I have 4 anemones in here. A rock anemone, a long tip, 2 long tips rather, and a small bubble one up here at the top. The bubble tip and the long tip one over here are only about a week and a half old. The rock, I've had him for probably a month now, and this big guy over here, I've had him for almost a year. So what do I feed them? This is what I feed them: frozen shrimp. Frozen shrimp mixed in with Polyp Labs Polyp Booster. I also use the Polyp Labs Polyp Booster for feeding the corals, and I'll be showing you how I feed the corals here in a little bit. So I take a small piece of the shrimp, right there, and I'll take it and I'm going to feed the rock one first. Now he goes and he'll wrap himself around the piece. So I wait till he's got it enclosed and it looks like he's going to eat it, and then I'll go ahead and take it away. The only problem with this is I've got 2 shrimps that love it. Here's my Sally Lightfoot over here. See him up here? I love him. Look how big he bit me yesterday, or grabbed my fingers yesterday. So I gotta try and keep the shrimp away when they're feeding. I'll take another one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same with the bubble up here. Place the food right there. Wait till they enclose it with their tentacles, and then be happy. The next one will be the long tip. And he's pretty big and he gets a lot. So he gets a pretty good size. And I place it within their tentacles and wait till they wrap their tentacles around it. And then I slowly pull up on the tweezers, ensuring that he's got it. And in the meantime, chasing the shrimp away. So I still see the rock anemone. He's still closed. He's still feeding. The bubble is doing the same. And this long tip here is also got it in his mouth. Now we'll go for the big guy. Long tip that we have up here, he is really big when he's totally stretched out. So we're going to go ahead and make sure he's got it within his mouth or by his mouth, and he's going to enclose his tentacles around it. We're going to wait and see how he's doing. And of course we got a snail there bugging the hell out of him. He's got it, although it doesn't look like he really wants to eat. Let's see what happens here. See if we can't convince him to close it on up. So now I got some left. I'll go ahead and give Mr. Pain in the Butt Shrimp a piece of the food. And he just snatched it right out of my arm, hand, tweezers rather. Then we got one more piece. And we'll feed the Diamond Watchman Goby, only because he's such a big guy. So in a minute, I'll go ahead and show you how I feed the corals. I'll put you on hold for a second. Thanks. And I'm back. I feed my corals reef chili. It's a great product. I also use another product that I can't remember the name of that I've got. It's for reefs, and I let it sit. I take the Polyp Labs and put 2 2 drops or 50 milliliters, not even 50 milliliters, half a millimeter in here. Put 4 teaspoons of the reef chili in here. Put it in the salt water, shake it up, and let it rest for 20 minutes. And that really takes the reef chili, mixes it up really well, and lets it soak. I then go ahead and turn around and take it, pour it into a bowl. And with this food, you can either broadcast feed, which means to take it and just spread it on out in the aquarium. I do that sometimes, but generally I will spot feed. I will feed the corals directly. So here's this guy right here. If you notice that they close up once you feed them. And I'll go through and feed every single one of them. And I know some of them don't really need direct feeding, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. I just take my turkey baster, which is falling apart. You can glue these things together, my turkey baster. You can glue these things together, but the bad thing with that is when it comes time to clean them. I learned that the hard way. My canyon tree. The other canyon tree, my lepto, zoas, my blasto, and that's all to it, folks. The fish are kind of hungry. I'll show you what I do feed them, although I won't show you me feeding them. Midday, I will go ahead and feed them flake food. Seachem Marine. They love it. I take a pinch, I crumble it up till it's really fine, and go ahead and dump it into my feeding ring. You can't see it up top. There's my feeding ring, and I'll dump it in there. At night, I will go ahead and either feed them some algae, encrusted brine shrimp, or just regular brine shrimp. I'll feed the firefish, baby brine shrimp, the little yellow goby, the baby brine shrimp, and I will use the turkey baster and broadcast it throughout the tank, across the front of the tank here. And they love it. Twice a day, no more than that. Thank you much. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.